Yo, what is up everyone, Z-Karma here, and welcome back to another boring math video here in Borderlands 3. Today we're going to be talking about a recent change made to Borderlands 3 that was not mentioned in the patch notes, or it kind of was, but it wasn't. Anyways, this is a huge change to the Nova Anointments. In the patch notes, it did say that shields with Nova or Reflect effects will receive Mayhem 10 scaling. I even did a video a couple days ago where we found out that all offensive shields received a 3,300% increase in damage. So I decided to look into the Nova Anointments on shields, and in this video I'll be showing you my findings. So before I get into this, if you found it informative or helpful in any way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more content like this, that'll be awesome as well. So here's the deal, I have this absorbing fallout shield, just a proper one because I don't really carry these anointments, but I'm going to start looking for them now. So this one has the anointment that says, while Phase Grasp is active, Amara constantly triggers Novas that deal 13,542 damage. Say for example, when I use Ties That Bind or any kind of Phase Grasp, I will constantly trigger these Novas. And in Amara's case, since this is an Amara anointment for now, that Nova is going to match the action skill elements that we have right here. So in this case I have Shock. This is broken, by the way. I need to say it every video because everybody asks, but this is broken and Shock is right here. And just in case you didn't know, with the recent patch, yes, even the anointment, since it's on a shield, the Nova anointment will receive the 3,300% increase. And that's on Mayhem 10 due to Mayhem scaling. So let's do a quick test. If this deals 13,542 damage with no additional damage increases, we can apply the Mayhem 10 scaling and we should get around 460k base damage without any sort of increase. So we're going to try it on these little guys right now. We're going to use it, and as you can see we're doing 299k. The reason is because of course this is shock against flesh, so we have a 0.65 penalty or multiplier. That gives us 299k. Anyway, this damage can be further increased by increasing your splash damage, your AoE damage, and your elemental damage. So I made this quick build just to increase that damage a little bit. Of course, Amara doesn't have the best synergies with Novas and splash damage, but it's still worth a try. We're going to get near these enemies. We're going to use this. Now we deal 814k damage. And this may not look like a lot to a lot of you guys because of course, like I said, Amara doesn't have very good Nova synergies, but when you combine it with Ties That Bind, it will absolutely wreck any linked enemies, as long, of course, that you build around action skill damage, splash damage, and elemental damage. I do want to mention that this anointment is probably going to be really good with Amara and a Frozen Heart Shield, so I'm going to be trying that very soon and probably make a build video around that. Anyway, moving on. I wanted to talk about Flak because Flak also has that anointment on his shield, but with Fade Away, and it only creates one Nova that deals 48k. And yes, it's the same, it's a 3,300% increase on Mayhem 10, and of course, this can be further increasing by increasing like splash damage and elemental damage. However, with Flak, if you don't have an element on your shield, it would just be a kinetic Nova. So you want to get an element on your shield if you plan on using this anointment. Same thing goes for the similar anointment on Moos that says when exiting Iron Bear, create a Nova. And last thing I wanted to mention in this video is that weapons that also have a similar anointment while action skill is active constantly trigger Novas that deal 38k. Well, unfortunately, this does not work. These will just do regular damage and there won't be any Mayhem 10 scaling, and obviously the reason is because these aren't on shields. The difference is that the anointments on shields are actually Novas that are part of the shield. And these are on weapons, so these won't receive any buffs. Unfortunately, hopefully in the future they can actually get some buffs. And one more thing I do want to say is that the anointment 300/90, so if you hold a 300/90 anointment, yes, those Novas will do more damage. Same goes for the 200% splash anoint on action skill end. As long as it's active, or as long as this one's active for that matter, they will increase the Nova damage. So guys, that is all I wanted to cover for today. If you guys found it helpful or informative in any way, a like rating is always appreciated. And if you want to subscribe for more content like this, that'll be awesome as well. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.